Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take you through some of the tactical positions. Consider this as a test. This is from the Samay Raina Invitational and Mitraba Guha won the tournament yesterday and took home 1 lakh rupees as prize. And today we are going to see some tactical positions starting from this one. This is a game between Yam Pranesh and I am Nisha Mohta, and White has a good chance to win the game. I'm going to take you through all the positions first and then come to the answers. This is white to move. I'm going on to the next one. This is the position with black to move. And this is a game between Sankat Gupta and Divya Deshmukh. Then comes the third position. This is again a tactical position. Anvesh Upadhyay was white and CRG Krishna was black. This is black to play and win. And then we have this position where it is white to move. Abhishek Kelkar is white and Swati Ghate is black. Find the tactical shot here. And then there is this position where black is just captured with the pawn on e3, and now it is white to play. This is Amey Audi versus Vikramaditya Kulkarni. White to play and win. And then we move on to this position, which is again black to move and mate in 3. Okay, this is a game between Moksh Amit Bhai Doshi and Sankalp Gupta. Then we move on to Aditya Mittal versus Neeraj Kumar Mishra. This is white to play and checkmate in 2 moves. This position is from the game between Ratan Vail and Ratnakaran. This is white to play and win. It's mate in 3 moves. And then this is the position with black to move, where it is Ashna Makhija versus Beaten Banerjee. So Beaten Banerjee is black here. And then we come to the game between CRG Krishna and Ilam Parthi, where while CRG Krishna, he found a very nice way to win the game. And then we have the final position. This is a game between Rahul Srivatsav and Ratan Vail. And here Rahul Srivatsav eventually drew the game, but I like this moment where he found a very nice way to continue the game with the white pieces. And now I'm going to reveal the answers. So in this position, if you're white, just consider checks, captures, threats and pawn breaks. And if you have considered bishop into g7, the answer is right. Because after king takes g7, this rook on d8 is hanging. So keep an eye on unsupported pieces. Knight f5 check wins the game because the rook hangs. On to the next position here. Divya Deshmukh found a very nice way to pose problems with rook takes c2 check. And after king takes c2, there is queen takes a2 and then rook c8, the position collapses. After knight c3, there is bc3 and there are dangerous threats. In this position, it was important to find this rook into c2 blow. Then we move on to the next position where CRG Krishna was black and he found a nice way to win the white queen by playing knight takes f3. And after g takes f3, you can see that the queen is hanging. Again, keep an eye on unprotected pieces. And here, this is white to move. Needless to say, again, keep an eye on unprotected pieces. Which piece is unprotected in black's camp? It is the rook on b5, and then you have bishop takes f7. After king takes f7, there is queen c4 check, which wins the rook. This was played by Abhishek. Then we move on to this position where it is white to move. I hope you have found knight g6 check, and after h g6 there is h g6 check, and then after rook h2 there is a mate. Then in this position it is easy. c1 square is guarded by the queen, so we lure the queen to a bad square, or we push this king away so that there is a backrack mate. So we play bishop to d3 check, and after queen d3 there is a mate immediately, and if the king goes to a1 there is a mate that follows after rook takes c1. Then we come to the game between Aditya Mittal and Neeraj Kumar Mishra. Here there is mate into just this queen bishop battery. We need to clear the rook, so this is a clearance theme where we give a rook f8 check, and then after rook takes f8 there is a mate, and if the king moves also there is a mate. It's an unstoppable mate. And then we come to mate in 3 where Rattanvel was white and he played knight to f7 check. Very nice move. Again a theme of clearance. We are clearing the way for the queen on f4 to come to e5, and then it's a mate. Then we come to a very nice game where beaten Banerjee gave an exchange sacrifice with a rook takes c3. And the problem is if b takes c3, there is queen takes a4, and on cb4 there is queen takes b3 utilizing the pin, and then after king a1 there is queen a3 check, king b1, and then a takes b4. Soon rook a8 will follow and there will be a checkmate. Again rook into c3 was played by beaten. It was a very nice game. Then we come to the game between CRG and Ilamparthi. He played knight d7. You can see that there is a queen keeping an eye on the pawn on h7 with the bishop's help. But there is a knight which is guarding. So you play knight d7 to deflect this knight on f6. And then on rook d7 there is bishop takes f6 and white wins heavy material. He can take the rook on the next move and take the bishop. For example, after h6 rook d7 is there and then bishop e7. So CRG Krishna did play bishop d7, knight d7 and won the game. And then we come to the final position where Rahul Srivastav played h4 check, a very nice move. King cannot capture it because the knight hangs. But then after king g4, it's a very study-like solution. He plays rook takes f4, and after king takes f4, there is knight h5 check, and no matter where the king moves, he has to go and accept that there is a check. And after king g4 there is knight f6, but in the game he went king e4, and after knight f6 king d4 knight takes e8. White won the piece with rook takes f4. So this continuation was very nice. Ultimately they drew the game, but this moment was something which I liked very much, with h4 check and then rook takes f4. Eventually they drew the game. That's all from my side. I hope you liked solving these positions with me here from the Samay Raina Invitational, and that was a lot of fun watching the game. I hope you also enjoyed watching the event, and I'll be back soon. Until then, take care and do subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.